Hey friends, the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold is the living proof of what manufacturers are capable of optimizing within a year. While the predecessor, the Pixel Fold, was a device that made you feel like you were holding an unfinished prototype in your hand, with the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, Google skipped what felt like 3 development cycles and brought a foldable smartphone onto the market that is actually a lot better in some points than the competition right from the start. Except for the name. They just really screwed that one up. But friends, funnily enough, and the more I thought about it, the more logical the name actually is. Because the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold looks from the front as if they had taken a Pixel 9 Pro and put it in a frame that you can then open up. Actually, it's a brilliant idea if you could now take the Pixel 9 Pro out again and then have a normal smartphone again. What an idea, right? But seriously, I find the front of the Pixel 9 Pro Fold really difficult to get used to. On one side, rounded corners, and on the other, more angular corners with the same round display. Who comes up with something like that? My inner monk finds it extremely strange. And Google isn't exactly doing itself any favors with the very thick display edges of the 6.2-inch AMOLED display, which really surprised me, because the Google Pixel 9 and 9 Pro have such extremely thin display edges that you really wonder why Google didn't give it everything it could, when in return they demand that you give almost everything to buy the smartphone at a retail price of 1,899 euros. But friends, and this is where we come to the first development leap, Google has made an extremely correct and important decision here, namely to choose a fantastic form factor. They have gone from the Passport notebook format to a normal 20:9 aspect ratio, which means that you can use the Pixel 9 Pro Fold like a normal smartphone even when it's closed. An extremely important feature in my opinion, which the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 unfortunately lacks completely. This internal display is the icing on the smartphone cake and the real reason why you buy a foldable, and this is where Google has made the second leap in development. The first Pixel Fold was not at all competitive in terms of the internal display. The edges were far too thick and obviously also poorly finished for the price that was asked for it. That was a real imposition in my opinion. There is no sign of that on the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. The display edges of the 8-inch OLED display are now nice and slim and really well made. Everything as it should be for a foldable in 2024. Both the outside and the inside display get up to 2700 nits bright, which is really super bright and means that you can read both displays in direct sunlight without any problems. But I don't know, I haven't seen the sun for a few weeks now here in Germany. I test it next year, maybe in May. The inside display is also the largest currently available in foldables at 8 inches. The closest is the Honor Magic V3 at 7.92 inches, while the Galaxy Z Fold 6 only measures 7.6 inches. And the inside display is really fantastic. I like the almost square 6:5.8 format. It feels like you are opening a small book. I find it interesting and quite clever that the internal selfie camera is not in the middle of the right screen like on Samsung and Honor's foldables, but in the right corner. This means that the camera is positioned much better for its intended purpose. Because what do you use this internal camera for? Exactly, for video calls and conferences when you put the device in front of you in the half-open state. This means that the camera is positioned a little higher than if it were in the middle on the left side. However, the internal camera only has a resolution of 10 megapixels, as does the external front camera. As far as the rear main camera is concerned, there is a triple camera with a 48 megapixel wide angle, a 10.5 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and a 10.8 megapixel telephoto lens with 5 times optical zoom, which can be extended to a 20 times digital zoom. The camera module protrudes relatively far at 2mm and looks a bit like it's glued on because it is so little integrated into the housing. I still think it's nice that the design of the camera can be unmistakably assigned to the Pixel 9 series. The camera hardware doesn't say much about the quality of the recordings. Software and AI are really everything these days, and Google really gives everything they have to offer here. No matter how bad the conditions are, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold pulls it off with the software, and you actually always get good shots. And like always with me, you can decide for yourself how good the camera is. Here are the recordings. Where Google really gives it everything, and not just with the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold, but with the entire 9 lineup, is with AI. For me, the Pixel smartphones are indisputable the smartest smartphones currently on the market. Gemini is simply super well integrated, and I now use it every day instead of Google. Do we have to call it something else now? We used to say I Googled that, and now I Gemini that quickly? The same applies to Circle to Search, which is such a clever solution for searching for something. In any case, Gemini is really helpful in many areas, and I think the AI model can do more than answer search queries, although many of the announced features are generally missing or even just missing here in the EU. Nevertheless, the AI is simply unbeatable, especially in photo editing with features like Add Me or Best Shot, because it is just so smart. And I'm really looking forward to when all of the announced functions are available here, because for me personally, Google is the undisputed #1 in the smartphone sector when it comes to AI. And if anyone can develop something really cool and really useful, in my opinion, it's Google. The only question is, when? And currently you pay a very high price for the Tensor G4 processor optimized for AI and the incredible 16 GB RAM that the current Fold has, so that the AI can run quickly. However, much of what the Fold is optimized for is not yet available. We have bought the expensive racehorse. All that is missing is the rider. Overall, I think the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold is an extremely successful upgrade to the previous model. The design is nothing other than high quality. The edges are nice and flat, the corners are rounded, the glass on the back is stable and pleasantly matte. So it just feels so good in the hand. Yes, at 257 grams, it is 18 grams heavier than the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and absurd 31 grams heavier than the Honor Magic V3. But it is slimmer than the Z Fold 6 and smarter in terms of AI than the Magic V3. It does not offer pen support, but it does have extremely good and high quality speakers, for example. Is it too expensive with its retail price? Definitely. Because when it comes to the thick edges of the external display and the rather small battery with 4650 mAh, looking at the competition, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold is not at the top of what is technologically feasible today. But the price is. And yet I think that this device occupies a niche. With the AI functions that will be coming to us at some point soon, and which we already have on the device, as well as the Pixel-like outstanding camera software, it has to be said that it does a few things differently and better than the competition, not at least in terms of the form factor. With the 7 years of software and security updates, it is also right up at the forefront. And unlike its predecessor with the 9 Pro Fold, I would also say for the first time that I want to use this device for as long as possible. And with the learning curve that Google has put in place between the two devices in just 1 year, I am more than excited about what awaits us with the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. Hopefully a new name in any case. I hope you enjoyed my video about the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold today. If so, I would be delighted if anyone would like to join our lovely community of friends and subscribe to this channel, as that supports me and this channel immensely. With that in mind, friends, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye and see you next time. Mwah.